Hello, my name is Nikki Ward, and I'm the state coordinator for Tennessee History Day. I want to welcome you to the virtual awards presentation for the Tennessee History Day contest presented by the Tennessee Historical Society. Our 2022 contest season was another year of the unexpected, and I really want to commend all students, educators, and parents on their hard work to complete their projects this year. We are so proud of the students of Tennessee, so thank you. I want to start by saying a big thank you to our sponsors who helped make this possible. We truly could not put on this program without their support. So, thank you for all you do to support the educators and students of Tennessee through Tennessee History Day. And also, a big thank you to all of our volunteers this year. Even in a virtual year, it takes so many people to put on this contest for you. So they went above and beyond this year, spending time at home creating quality feedback for all the projects that were entered. This year was an enormous ask. We had a faster timeline and they rose to the occasion. So thank you for lending your experience and knowledge to these students. I once again am hoping that next year I can repay your kindness with Panera and coffee. So many people work so hard across the state to make sure this event can even take place. Thank you to all the event staff here at the state office, especially Tori Klein-Peter, the assistant state coordinator. And a huge thank you to our regional coordinators. They are just a pleasure to work with and they represent their regions well. And I also want to say thank you to Elena McNaughton. She's the contest manager at the national office, and she's been instrumental in us pulling off another virtual contest. So thank you to everybody that helps make sure that this happens.
Next up, we are going to hear from one of Tennessee History Day's biggest supporters, Jennifer Core, the executive director of the Tennessee Historical Society and the immediate past state coordinator for Tennessee History Day.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jennifer Core. I'm the Executive Director of the Tennessee Historical Society. Welcome to our third virtual Tennessee History Day state contest. Last year I said I hoped it would be our last virtual contest, and unfortunately it is not. I'll say it again. I hope that this is our last virtual contest and that we're able to see you in Nashville next year in 2023. Until then, welcome to our awards ceremony. First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Tennessee State Library and Archives via the Secretary of State's Office and Humanities Tennessee. Without them, we would not be able to present this program for you. I also want to thank your teachers for doing such a great job this year and helping you with all of your projects, introducing you to new primary sources, proofreading your process papers for you, and giving you great feedback on all of your project details. I want to thank our staff, Nikki Ward and Tori Klein-Peter. I hope that you've had an encounter with them, and I know if you did, it's been pleasant because they're both dedicated to making sure that this is a good experience for you. I want to thank you, the students, for exploring such interesting topics. And because of you, I've learned more about the snail darter. I've learned about World War II on the home front. I've learned about the Memphis State Eight. I've learned about the 1980 Olympic boycott. And I've learned about the Potsdam Conference. These are all issues that I probably would not have explored on my own, but being exposed to your projects has educated me. And finally, I want to offer all of you congratulations on your hard work and let you know that the point of History Day is not the medals or the prizes or the cash money. I know that that's exciting and that's a big motivating factor for you, but the point of History Day is to learn skills, to think critically as a historian. And once you learn those skills, you'll have them with you for the rest of your life. You will know how to go to the original source for the final word on something. You will know how to evaluate sources for their veracity. You will know how to compare and look across different genres of sources for a full picture of the past. And we hope that you continue to employ these skills throughout your academic career. And finally, congratulations to all of you once again. Make sure you stay tuned in through the entire program because Ms. Ward will have some information for you at the end if you've qualified to attend National History Day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We are going to start with a few special awards. I would first like to recognize our two Patricia Baring Educator of the Year nominees. These educators were selected due to their dedication to the National History Day program and their inspired and creative approach to history education. First up is our Junior Division winner, Miss Tabitha Wilson of Richview Middle School in Clarksville, Tennessee. She was our Junior Division nominee from Tennessee. And then our Senior Division nominee from Tennessee is Miss Hillary Griffin of Cosby High School in Cosby, Tennessee. Thank you both. Our first special award for students is the Best Project in Tennessee History. This is sponsored by Humanities Tennessee, and this is the best project in the Junior Division and in the Senior Division on a topic in Tennessee history. Our Junior Division winner is The Debate Over the TVA. This is a junior group documentary by Tess Anderson and Susan Tolick and Nia Wagner of Clayton Bradley Academy and educator Liz Shugart. And our Senior Division winner is The Trial of the Century. This is a senior group documentary by Anai Patel and Noah Wyatt of Chattanooga School for Arts and Sciences Upper School and educator Kelly Davis. Our next special award is Best Project in African American History. This is sponsored by the Planning Committee of the Nashville Conference on African American History and Culture. And this is a best project in the Junior Division and in the Senior Division on a topic in African American history. The Junior Division winner is the Memphis State 8, working to end the debate over educational segregation at the University of Memphis. This is a junior individual paper by Asaya Malik of Pleasant View School and educator Tashaka Amwale. And our Senior Division winner is Watch What You Call Me. This is a senior individual performance by Cameron Hayes of Macaulay School and educator Duke Ritchie. We are going to start with documentary category. Before I get going, I want to remind you that first and second place medalists will move on to the National History Day contest, and third place is the alternate. And all three need to listen to the end of the announcement and the award ceremony because I have information on how you will receive your medals, as well as registration information for our National History Day qualifiers. Let's get started with the documentary category. Junior individual documentary, third place, Mahatma Gandhi, the Diplomat of India, by Faiz Bogani of Clayton Bradley Academy and educator Liz Shugart. Second place, Nagorno-Karabakh, A Frozen Conflict, by Lena Cole of St. George's Independent School and educator Tracy Erlinson. And first place, The Perry Expedition, The Opening of a Nation, by Mason McClanahan of Northeast Middle School and educator Amy Hoffman. Junior Group Documentary, third place, Prohibition and the Debate for and Against Alcohol, by Farzan Quadri, Muhammad Shala, and Humza Siddiqui of Pleasant View School, and Andre Clark is their educator. Second place, TVA versus Hill, How a Controversial Dam and a Tiny Fish Challenged the ESA, by Jelena Armsworth and Lulu Schwed of Bearden Middle School and educator Mary Nipper. And first place, The Debate Over the TVA, Tess Anderson, Susan Tulloch, and Nia Wagner of Clayton Bradley Academy and educator Liz Shugart. Senior Individual Documentary, third place, The Clean Air Act of 1970, the result of diplomacy between environmentalists and the auto industry in an attempt to reverse the effects of air pollution, by Zainab Malik of Pleasant View School and educator Andre Clark. Second place, A Crime Without a Name, Raphael Lemkin's Crusade for the International Criminalization of Genocide, by Elizabeth Suiters of Ellen and STEM Academy and educator Derek Griffin. And first place, More Than Potatoes, Debate and Diplomacy in the Mission of the USS Jamestown, by Jesse Henderson of Bradley Central High School and educator Julie Mitchell. Senior Group Documentary, third place, Alan Turing, His Life, Work, and Loss, Kennedy Bresler, Ella Brush, Jessica Myers, and Clara Suiters of Ellen and STEM Academy, and educator Derek Griffin. Second place, How Diplomacy Saved Football by Caden Ford and Olivia Hicks of Cosby High School and educator Hillary Griffin. And First Place, Monster in the Bullpen, How a Small Strike Led to the Labor Union Debate in the Trial of the Century. Harley Grenade and Catherine Welchel of Spring Hill High School and educator Scott Johnson. And now, exhibit category. Junior Individual Exhibit, third place. Creation of the State of Israel. Nicholas Burke, Bearden Middle School, educator Mary Nipper. Second place, Not a Victim, Ed Roberts and the Disability Rights Movement. Isabella Malone, New Center Elementary, educator Rebecca Bird. And first place, A Siege on Diplomacy, The Iran Hostage Crisis by Aria Graves, New Providence Middle School, educator Laura Lipinski. Junior Group Exhibit, third place, The Medieval Holocaust, Debate and Diplomacy Over Persecution of Jews by Anna Eckert and Madeline Glockberg of Meigs Middle School and educator Becky Werner. Second place, The Abolitionist Movement, Debate Over Human Rights, Macy Best, Claire Boschweller, and Azalea Camp of Clayton Bradley Academy and educator Liz Shugart. And first place, The Debate Over the National Bank, A Fight for America's Economic Future by Lily Lanier, Zoe Voorhees, and Piper Williams. Clayton Bradley Academy, educator Liz Shugart. Senior Individual Exhibit, third place, The Death That Divided a Nation by Jonathan Manta of Macaulay School and educator Duke Ritchie. Second place, Standing Up by Sitting Down, the diplomatic solution offered in the Nashville sit-ins to the debate over segregation. Ethan Johnson, Spring Hill High School educator Scott Johnson. And first place, Dams, Darters, and Diplomacy, How the Debate Over the Snail Darters Failed to Stop Tellico Dam but Paved the Way for Success of the Endangered Species Act by Molly Bohannon, Sevier County High School educator Rebecca Bird. Senior Group Exhibit, third place, The Gray Wolf, The Reintroduction of an Apex Predator and the Ecology of Yellowstone by David Mosley and Gordon Mosley of Macaulay School and educator Duke Ritchie. Second place, Loving versus Virginia, Debate for Development, Nicholas Holland and Bella Zenny of Lausanne Collegiate School and educator Amber Colvin. And first place, Equality is But a Word, La Raza Unida's successful organization of the Hispanic community to advocate for their rights by Kaylee Malone and Halen Omby of Sevier County High School and educator Rebecca Bird. Now it's time for a few more special awards. We are going to start with the Mitchell Milnick Memorial Prize for the Best Project in Sports, Recreation, or the Environment. Mitchell was a dedicated student, a talented athlete, and a Tennessee History Day participant for 5 years. His family, friends, and members of Tennessee's history community have funded this award in his honor for his achievements in sports and in history. The junior division winner is TVA versus Hill, How a Controversial Dam and a Tiny Fish Challenged the ESA. The junior group documentary was made by Jelena Armsworth and Lulu Schwed of Bearden Middle School and educator Mary Nipper. And the senior division winner, The Battle for Blue Lake, the Taos Pueblos' unparalleled victory and a unique case in federal Indian policy. This is a senior individual website by Sam Baker of Macaulay School and educator Duke Ritchie. Next up is the performance category. We're going to start with junior individual performance. Second place, Let 'Em Dance, the story of the Elmore City Prom of 1980 by Addison Odell of Clayton Bradley Academy and educator Nicole White-Cotton. And first place, Patriots, Loyalist, and Common Sense by Parker Crompton of Battleground Academy and educator Rob Mitchell. Junior group performance, third place, Fred Korematsu's Fight for Freedom by Priya Bryant, Navya Kumar, Emily Lotz, Emma Ryan, and Nora Sandhu of Lausanne Collegiate School and educator Catherine Hammonds. Second place, Housewives to Factory Workers, The Debate and Perspective of Women Working During World War II. Ella Condi, Kaylin Graham, and Elise Schauer. They attend Clayton Bradley Academy, and their educator is Liz Shugart. First place, Two Women's Fight for Equal Rights, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, by Eleanor Dildine, Laura Hui, and Avery Nelson. They attend Clayton Bradley Academy, and their educator is Liz Shugart. Senior individual performance: Benjamin Franklin, the first diplomat that dedicated his life to freedom. Ethan Elder, STEM co op educator Allison Elder. Second place, Watch What You Call Me by Cameron Hayes of Macaulay School and educator Duke Ritchie. And first place, Songs of Diplomacy, The Jazz Ambassadors by Ricardo Wang Polinda of Macaulay School and educator Duke Ritchie. Senior group performance, third place, Aloha Oi, How Diplomacy Failed Hawaii by Chesney Barnes, Lexi Barnes, and Chris Brown of Cosby High School and educator Hillary Griffin. Second place, 444 Days by Danny Hamza, Malika Kumar, Evan Llewellyn, Risha Manga, and Haley McMannick of Lausanne Collegiate School and educator Amber Colvin. And first place, The Presidentress by Sarah Polk's Feminine Political Agenda by Rebecca Goki and Sarah Grippo of Hub Homeschool Co-op and educator Kaylee Hunter. Okay, we have a few more special awards. First up, we have our Oral History Association Award, sponsored by the Oral History Association. And this is the best project that uses an oral history in their research. The winner is Leaving Cuba and Never Returning. It's a senior group exhibit by Lizzie Borrego, Katie Harper, Ingrid Hernandez, and Josh Martinez of Ellen and STEM Academy, and their educator is Karen Stanish. Next, we have our Tennessee Historical Records Advisory Board Award for research at Tennessee repositories. These students did research on something related to a Tennessee history topic, and they used Tennessee Historical Records repositories for their research. Judging criteria will be based on the primary and secondary sources noted in each submission's bibliography and how well the sources are represented and interpreted in their overall project in relation to the History Day theme this year. Our junior individual winner is the junior individual paper, The Memphis State Eight, Working to End the Debate Over Educational Segregation at the University of Memphis by Asaya Malik of Pleasant View School and educator Tashaka Omawale. And our senior division winner is The Presidentress, Sarah Polk's Feminine Political Agenda. This is a senior group performance by Rebecca Goki and Sarah Grippo of Hub Homeschool Co-op and educator Kaylee Hunter. Next up is the website category. Junior individual website, third place, the 1980 Olympic boycott, taking a stand against the Soviet Union. Natalie Crump, Northeast Middle School, educator Amy Hoffman. Second place, boycotting against bullying, the debate of the Montgomery bus boycotts. Aiden Ruben de la Baboya, St. George's Independent School, educator Linvi Leung. And first place, I Am Become Death, the Destroyer of Worlds, the fallout from the U.S. debate over the hydrogen bomb. Luke Bacon, Clayton Bradley Academy, educator Liz Shugart. Junior group website, third place, The Rainbow Race, A Fight for Gay Rights. Noe Etheridge, Sarah Jackson, Clayton Bradley Academy, educator Liz Shugart. Second place, The First Iconoclasm, Eleanor Duff, Gabe Hauser, Meg's Middle School, educator Becky Werner. And first place, Debates over the Indian Removal Act, Failed Diplomacy and Devastation for the Cherokee People. Rukiah Baruch, Maimuna Faki, Pleasant View School, educator Andre Clark. Senior individual website, third place, Ping Pong Diplomacy, How a Sport Softened United States-China Relations. Colin Carter, Macaulay School, educator Duke Ritchie. Second place, A Symbol of America's Inability to Take Decisive Action. America's Internal Debate Over President Carter's Diplomacy During the Iran Hostage Crisis. Alexander Maynor, Spring Hill High School, educator Scott Johnson. And first place, Disaster and Diplomacy, The Cuban Missile Crisis. Sua Farouk, Pleasant View School, educator Zemin Chali. Senior group website, third place, Iran-Contra Affair, Zaheen Chadhurdi, Yasmin Manan, Pleasant View School, educator Nazreen Mali. Second place, Beyond Barbed Wire, The Debate and Diplomacy Surrounding Japanese Internment. Annie Hodge, Isabella Maestriani, West High School, educator Lindsay Parks. And first place, Too Many Allies Spoil the Pot, The Diplomatic Failure of the Potsdam Conference. Ibrahim Boudad, Fayed Chahurdi, and Ibrahim Malik, Pleasant View School, educator Andre Clark. All right, it's time for another special award. This is the Margaret Lindsley Warden Prize for the Best Project in Women's History, sponsored by Ann Toplovich. The junior division winner is the Housewives to Factory Worker, the debate and the perspective of women working during World War II. It's a junior group performance by Ella Condi, Kaylin Graham, and Elise Schauer of Clayton Bradley Academy and educator Liz Shugart. And our senior division winner, Purple, White, and Gold, Less Traditional Methods of Debate and Diplomacy in the Early 20th Century Women's Suffrage Movement, senior individual paper by Sharia Yu of University School and educator Patricia Miltich. All right, our last category, paper. We're starting with junior individual paper, third place. Mighty Hawaii, the debate and diplomacy involved in the case for Hawaiian sovereignty. Rihanna Rourke, Northeast Middle School, educator Amy Hoffman. Second place, the Memphis State Eight, working to end the debate over educational segregation at the University of Memphis. Asaya Malik, Pleasant View School, educator Tashaka Amwale. And first place, the fight for Hetch Hetchy Valley and the debate that began the modern conservation movement. Riley Malott, Richview Middle School, educator Tabitha Wilson. Senior individual paper, third place, Black Lives Matter, the diplomatic sanitation workers strike of Memphis, Tennessee. Tina Tung, Stone Mountain Memorial High School, educator Tracy Vallong. Senior individual paper, second place, Give Me Your Tired, You're Poor, the debate regarding Jewish Holocaust refugees to the United States. Cotton Snoddy, Macaulay School, educator Duke Ritchie. And first place, Las Madres de Playa de Mayo, diplomatically dismantling state terrorism. Sullivan Smith, Chattanooga School for Arts and Sciences Upper School, educator Kelly Davis. Congratulations to every single student that participated in Tennessee History Day this year. I know that it has been challenging to continue participating in virtual contests, and it is my hope that we are all together again next year in Nashville, and we get to see all of your hard work in person. But it has been just as delightful to see all of it at a distance. Know that we appreciate you sharing your research with us, and we hope that not only was it fun for you to participate, but that you feel like maybe you grew as a historian through the process of Tennessee History Day. All right, let's talk a little bit about evaluation forms. Your evaluations or your feedback from your judges will be made viewable next week in ZFairs, same way you accessed it at the regional level. You're going to log in at the state contest, and when I make that available to you, you will see the word evals will pop up there in the menu bar at the top. You will click evals, and then another page will open, and you will see your project title, and next to it you'll see the word download. That is how you will access your feedback from the judges at state. Educators, you will be able to access all student feedback that is connected to you in ZFairs. So if you share students with another educator and they're kind of split up, you won't be able to access student feedback that isn't directly connected to you in ZFairs, but you can download it and share it other ways. I will send a message through ZFairs that this has been made available to you. Educators, if you know that your students can't receive emails from me through ZFairs because they get caught in the filter, just make sure you let your students know when that is available to them. Let's talk a little bit about National History Day. Our first and second place winners at the state level qualify for National History Day, and the third place medalist is the alternate. So, if for some reason one of the first or second place participants can't actually participate in National History Day this year, third place will go instead. Remember, National History Day is virtual this year. The deadline to commit to participation is April 13th. That is you committing and letting me know, the state coordinator, that you plan to participate in the national contest this year. The national contest is June 12th through 16th. I need to know by the 13th so I can let our alternate know. So please make sure to complete the form that I send you by April 13th. That is how you are going to commit to participation so I can let that third place medalist prepare in a timely manner. The national registration deadline is Tuesday, May 17th. That is payment, revisions, and upload of your project. All of that are due by May 17th. And we're going to talk more about that deadline at the national qualifier meeting. It's going to be Thursday, April 14th from 4 to 5 p.m. Central. Please put this on your calendar now. I'm only taking an hour of your time that Thursday. And we're going to talk about registration, revision, some additional feedback that I'm getting from some amazing volunteers for your projects as they move forward. Um, and just kind of what the virtual contest is going to look like this year. We're also going to hear from a former gold medalist at the national level. She's going to speak to us a little bit at the end. Please make this a priority, and you will have more information about it in the Google form that I will share with you that acts as your commitment to participate. It's just a reminder within that you need to try to attend this if you're able. If you do have something that you already know of, email me and we'll try to figure something else out. I'll be advancing you to the national contest next week sometime if Elena is ready for you. So be on the lookout for an email from Z Fairs. Same as when you were advanced from your regional contest. Z Fairs at the national level pushes out an email to you to let you know you've officially been advanced to that next level of the contest. So keep an eye out for that. Additionally, the Google form I'll be sharing next week also has a mailing address because I get to send our first through third place friends their medal. This is how you're going to receive your medal. So please make sure that you fill out that form first through third place because I need to know where to send these things. So um, that will be in your inbox sometime next week. If it hasn't appeared to you, that's because your school inbox does not like my email. So reach out to your teacher. They should be able to help you out. And I just want to say once again, Happy History Day. We have been so impressed by the work that you guys did this year. I'm really excited about the delegation of projects we get to send to nationals. And in general, the creativity, hard work, and primary source use this year was incredible. So I really look forward to next year, 2022, 2023. Fingers crossed for somewhat back to normal. And just know that we appreciate you and all the hard work that you do. And we really look forward to next year. Happy History Day.